I stayed true to my threats after my dad died. So my dad passed away last year from cancer, and everything he owned went to my stepbrother Kevin. The house, the car, even my dad's watch that I wanted since I was 8. Kevin got it all because my stepmom Nancy made sure the will was changed right before Dad got too sick to think straight. For context, Kevin's 26 and has been living off my dad for years. Never held a job longer than 3 months, dropped out of community college twice, spends all day playing video games in the basement. Meanwhile, I've been working since I was 15 to help pay bills when Dad's construction business was struggling. Nancy always hated me because I reminded her that my dad had a life before her. She'd make little comments like, "Your real mom wouldn't have wanted you eating that much," or "Maybe you should visit your real family more often," whenever I tried to feel at home there. The day after the funeral, Nancy called me crying. Turns out Kevin immediately sold Dad's truck to buy some crypto investment that crashed within a week. Then he took out a loan against the house to fund his gaming stream career, which basically meant buying expensive equipment to play Call of Duty for his 12 followers. Now they were 3 months behind on mortgage payments and Kevin had disappeared with his girlfriend to Vegas. Nancy begged me to help save the house. She kept saying, "Your dad would want you to help family," and "Kevin just needs time to figure things out." I told her I'd think about it, but really, I was remembering all the times I asked for help and got nothing. Like when I needed money for senior pictures and she said they couldn't afford it, then bought Kevin a new gaming chair the same week. Or when my laptop broke junior year and I had to handwrite all my essays while Kevin got a brand new MacBook for school that he only used for Netflix. 2 days later, Nancy called again, sobbing harder. The bank was starting foreclosure proceedings. She offered to sign over half the house to me if I'd pay off the loan. That's when I knew she was desperate. I showed up to her house with paperwork I'd printed from LegalZoom. I told her I'd pay off the entire loan and let her stay in the house, but only under certain conditions that had to be written into a contract. First, she'd pay me rent every month, exactly what I'd been paying my landlord for my tiny apartment. Second, no overnight guests without my permission. Third, she'd be responsible for all utilities, maintenance, and property taxes. Fourth, if Kevin ever stepped foot on the property again, she had 30 days to move out. And finally, she'd sign a paper admitting she manipulated my dad's will while he was sick. Nancy read through everything twice. Her hands were shaking. She kept asking if I was serious about the Kevin rule, and I reminded her that Kevin was the reason she was losing the house in the first place. She signed everything. I paid off the loan the next day. 3 weeks later, Kevin showed up drunk at 2 in the morning, banging on the door and yelling about how it was his house, and I was stealing his inheritance. Nancy tried to quietly let him sleep on the couch. I found out because my security cameras sent alerts to my phone. The next morning, I showed up with the signed contract and told Nancy she had 30 days. She tried to argue that Kevin was just visiting, but the contract clearly said stepped foot on the property. She called me heartless, said I was destroying the family, asked how I could throw her out when she was grieving. I reminded her that she threw me out of my dad's life while he was dying, so now she could see how it felt to lose everything. Nancy moved in with her sister 2 states away. Kevin tried to call me a few times demanding I give him money since I stole his house, but I blocked his number. I kept the house and turned Dad's old workshop into my office.